Hey, Homer, slow down. You're gonna choke or something.
Don't tell me how to eat donuts.
We've got more of the top 10 most outrageous fast food items of all time. You know, those menu items that are a little over the top, borderline crazy.
They're, awesomely outrageous.
El Diablo Thickburger, Carl's Jr.
The Thickburger El Diablo gets hotter with every bite.
Here's a fast food item that lives up to its name proudly and rightfully, the El Diablo Thickburger from Carl's Jr. The name pretty much speaks for itself. It was a wicked burger with more hellfire than any other fast food item had seen in a while. Originally released in 2015, this devilish burger made a very anticipated comeback in 2018, and many people are just counting the days until the chain brings it back once again.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I always react this way to spicy food.
The El Diablo Thickburger consisted of a 1/2 or 1/3 pound seasoned black Angus patty, bacon, sliced jalapenos, jalapeno poppers, habanero bacon ranch sauce, and pepper jack cheese, all on a toasted premium bun. Would you have ever thought of putting all that spice together on one single burger? Probably not, but surprisingly enough, it seemed to work. The super spicy burger was quite popular among the lovers of spicy food community and was deemed as one of the hottest burgers in the world. As much as it brought the heat, it also brought a lot of health concerns. It was certainly not for people looking for a light, quick lunch. It was the definition of the devil incarnate in every sense of the word.
Them peppers is like hot.
Chizza, KFC.
KFC Chizza, so good.
When you want some tasty fried chicken, KFC has you covered in every way possible. They've got it all. Back in 2015, they paired that same iconic fried chicken with another just as iconic dish, pizza. Now you might be thinking, how could pizza and fried chicken work well together? Or better yet, why would you even do that? Well, KFC figured out that its chicken could make the perfect pizza crust. All it needed was some toppings and voila, you've got yourself a Chizza. This fried chicken pizza hybrid was first introduced in the Philippines, and it slowly made its way to other KFCs around the world, like in India, Singapore, and Saudi Arabia.
Around the world, we like to travel,
Sadly, though, it has yet to make an appearance on our American menus, but never give up hope. The Chizza was similar to what we know as chicken parmesan. The KFC chicken was covered with tomato sauce, cheese, and shaped like a pizza. The real takeaway, however, the pineapple. Pineapple on pizza is already a huge debate among pizza lovers, and now KFC has even taken away the crust. Reviews haven't been unanimous, but whether it's good or not, it's hard not to feel like we're missing out on something. After all, a cheesy fried chicken pizza sounds just crazy enough to work.
I'm KFC, baby. You don't mess with the Colonel's recipe.
As we continue on, take a second and hit that like button. Thanks. 24-karat gold leaf steak burger, Hard Rock Cafe.
Get hot.
Back in June of 2019, the Hard Rock Cafe wanted its customers to eat like rock stars as it launched its new menu. Found on this menu was a very shiny, peculiar burger which attracted a lot of attention, the 24-karat gold leaf steak burger. Now that's what an expensive burger sounds like. Hard Rock Cafe described this extravagant item as a first-of-its-kind burger with bling. And bling did it have. This lavish burger contained a 1/2 pound patty covered in 24-karat edible gold leaf, which made you feel extra luxurious.
I'm like a billionaire.
Adding gold leaf to food had just become a fad back then, but it sure wasn't anything new. Even though this burger might sound and look like $1 million, the truth is that 24-karat gold leaf didn't do much for the actual product. What made this burger better than a regular burger? The answer is the sparkle. That's it. No different flavor, no added pep, nothing. Just lots of bling and sparkle. It was basically a burger just for show. But when you think about it, just how gilded do you need your Hard Rock Cafe burger to be?
Think of all the Hard Rock Cafe t-shirts they could collect.
Berry Burger, Burger King.
Listen to me carefully. You're caught in a sweet, savory loop.
Japan is known for its very unique and outgoing style. What seems outrageous here is probably a normal Tuesday over there. They aren't afraid to try new things and are always looking for new boundaries to push. This also applies to fast food restaurants. Burger King has many outlets in Japan, but they don't necessarily serve up only Whoppers. Take the Berry Burger, for example. You've heard of putting ketchup, mustard, or barbecue sauce on burgers. These are common condiments, but BK Japan wanted to experiment and get creative back in 2014.
Japan? What's happening in Japan?
In the months leading up to Christmas, as a way to get festive, they debuted a Berry Burger. The burger featured a Whopper patty with bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes covered in a sauce made with raspberries, cranberries, blueberries, and red wine. Basically, the ultimate sweet and savory combo. After all, nothing screams happy holidays like warm, beefy fruit, right? As unusual and unappetizing fruit on a burger might sound, the critiques were surprisingly positive for the most part, making people jealous of what BK Japan was offering. The Berry Burger was launched alongside a mushroom cheeseburger called the Mushroom Cheese, which featured a sauce made with 4 mushroom types and a variety of cheese. But this one coasted by with a little less controversy.
But why did we have to come to a Burger King to read the map?
Zinger Double Down King, KFC.
We will lick our fingers good!
Some of you might remember the infamous Double Down sandwich that provoked a lot of reaction from the public. You know, the bacon and cheese sandwich that replaced the bun with 2 pieces of fried chicken? Well, in South Korea, KFC decided to launch its own version of this beast called the Zinger Double Down King in 2014, 4 years after the original came out in the US. Created for consumers who have a hearty appetite and a fondness for meat, the Zinger Double Down King was said to have possibly outdone the original. Along with the 2 fried chicken buns, the bacon, and the cheese, the Zinger also had a beef patty slathered in rich barbecue and white pepper sauces. You might be tempted to think that the lack of bread meant you would be cutting back a little on the carbs, but don't be fooled. This 750-calorie monster was not winning the award for healthiest fast food burger. The fact that this particular burger hasn't made its way onto our shores yet is almost as appalling as the Zinger itself. It would, without a doubt, be quite a success. Sure, it's not exactly waistline friendly, but since when is KFC concerned about that?
Sorry. Really not sorry.
Breakfast Baconator, Wendy's.
I am trying to find a meaningful connection with the right Applewood smoked bacon.
Everyone who's had a Baconator from Wendy's knows just how massive it is. Like 950 calories worth of massive. It's certainly not a meal for the faint of heart, literally. It's one of the unhealthiest burgers in the chain's repertoire, but oh so tasty. As Wendy's recently entered the fast food breakfast game, it was looking for tasty items to enjoy early in the morning. Cue the Breakfast Baconator. The same goodness from the Baconator, only now formatted to be eaten as breakfast. Well, kind of.
You can't tell me what to do.
It features 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon, a freshly cracked fried egg, a sausage patty, American cheese, and Swiss cheese sauce served on a bun. As delicious and exciting as this breakfast burger sounds, the heaviness and dominating flavor of the meat might not give you the best morning boost. Actually, it might be more suitable for lunch than breakfast. However, it goes without saying that the Breakfast Baconator packs a lot of flavor punch thanks to the smoky bacon, peppery sausage, and the 2 kinds of cheese. But if you want to avoid meat sweats so early in the morning, maybe going with a lighter option would be better. Just saying.
I want to eat whatever I want when I want!
Unicorn Frappuccino, Starbucks.
Hi, Unicorn. You are a lot bigger than I thought.
Starbucks likes to start trends. We're looking at you, pumpkin spice latte. However, it also likes to follow them. In 2017, there was this weird obsession with anything unicorn-related going around. Unicorn milkshakes, bagels, noodles. Really, people were going crazy. So, obviously, it wasn't long before Starbucks jumped on the much-derided bandwagon by launching one of its wildest offerings to date, the Unicorn Frappuccino. This Instagrammable, overly sweet concoction supposedly tasted like crushed-up sweet tarts and cotton candy, and probably like early-onset diabetes as well.
How is that even possible?
It was obviously inspired by the fun, spirited, and colorful unicorn-themed food that had been trending at the time. It was available for a limited time while supplies lasted. The Unicorn Frappuccino was made with a dusting of pink powder blended into a cream frappuccino with mango syrup. It was then layered with a sour blue drizzle and finished with vanilla whipped cream and some more sweet pink and sour blue powder topping. The purpley drink might have looked dreamy and enticing, but most people who tasted it weren't even able to finish it. Even the late American chef Anthony Bourdain had taken over social media to express his disapproval, calling it the perfect nexus of awfulness. Pretty? Yes. Mythical? Sure. But worth the hype? Meh.
It's the media, they hype the storm, they hype the looting.
Meatatarian burger, Burger King.
You can't serve him that huge burger. He might not survive it. Look at that thing.
If you're a meat enthusiast who constantly feels like your regular Whopper is missing something, then this outrageous burger was made for you. If you're a vegetarian, though, you might want to close your eyes for a sec. Back in August of 2016, Burger King New Zealand debuted one of the most impressive and artery-clogging burgers yet, the Meatatarian. People in New Zealand must really like their meat, because this beast just had all kinds of crazy on it.
But all normal people love meat.
For a limited time, you could choose a burger from the Meatatarian menu, which consisted of 3 burgers: the full meaty, the half meaty, and the bacon meaty. The full meaty included 2 beef patties, a chicken patty, 6 bacon strips, 2 slices of cheese, a tangy barbecue sauce, and onions. For the half meaty, it was just as impressive, only with 1 less beef patty and a single slice of cheese. As for the bacon meaty, it didn't have any beef, but rather 2 chicken patties, 6 strips of bacon, 2 cheese slices, and the same tasty barbecue sauce. Taste-wise, these burgers sound like heaven on earth, and 1 bite would probably check every box on your perfect burger list. But nutrition-wise, that's a different story. This could be considered the ultimate anti-diet burger. Let's just say your cardiologist is already cringing thinking about this one.
A chemical analysis shows you'd better stop eating all that fast food or you're going to die.
Taco, Burger King.
Tacos! Hot tacos here!
Burger King undoubtedly serves some of the best fast food burgers. I mean, it's right there in the name. They're the king. It would then make sense for the chain to focus on its burger options. And while it does, BK also seems to have strayed off the path by experimenting with other types of food, like tacos, for instance. Released in July of 2019, the crispy tacos were meant to compete with the wildly popular Jack in the Box taco.
We will win this war.
On paper, it made sense. People could now get their taco fix at the same time as their burger fix. According to Burger King, the $1 tacos were crispy, crunchy tortillas filled with seasoned beef, shredded cheddar cheese, and crisp lettuce, all topped with just the right amount of its savory taco sauce. And they had a very promising future on BK's menu. However, that hope was short-lived as the critiques came back, and they weren't all positive. Sludgy, half-filled, inconsistent, and gooey were all used to describe the tacos. Not the best kind of publicity. And aside from the bad reviews, some people just couldn't get over how weird it was seeing Burger King selling tacos, and straight up just refused to even give them a try.
That was pure luck!
Buffalo Latte, Tim Hortons.
Thanks, a latte. That's funny.
People will eat and drink just about anything these days. The weird and kooky food combinations just keep on coming, and people keep on asking for more. So, of course, fast food chains take that as an invitation to continue. In October 2017, Tim Horton, a Canadian coffee chain that's now owned by Burger King's parent company, came up with a whole new level of questionable latte. Forget the unicorn frappuccino, this was something else entirely. For a limited time and in only 2 locations, a buffalo latte was available.
buffalo?
Yes, buffalo, as in the chicken wings. Usually lattes tend to go more on the sweet side, like vanilla or caramel, but not this one. Released in none other than Buffalo, New York, to coincide with the launch of a handful of new coffee drinks, this latte created a lot of buzz online, and for good reason. According to Tim Hortons, the Buffalo Latte was made from freshly brewed espresso, steamed milk, mocha, and bold buffalo sauce flavor, and was then topped with whipped topping and a dusting of zesty buffalo seasoning. Unusual would probably be the best way to describe this drink. There's no real telling if this was a pass or fail because it was so out there, we're not sure if anyone actually dared to try it.
It's not about who wins or loses. It's more about the sport.
And try out more great videos. Just tap or click. First time here? Then leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.